I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. Welcome back, everybody. This is the news for June 10th, 2024. And first up, I've seen several rather irresponsible headlines stating that Zion National Park will be banning RVs in 2026. It's quite a stretch from what's actually happening, though there are going to be some changes that you do need to know about if you're heading out to Zion in the future. The Zion Mount Carmel Scenic Highway that begins at the east entrance to the park requires a drive through a 1.1-mile tunnel that has a low clearance and tight curves with no shoulder. It's impossible for taller and longer vehicles to navigate it without crossing the center line in 18 different spots. There were lots of accidents prior to a traffic control program that was implemented in the 1980s, where the National Park Service began to put rangers at each end of the tunnel to stop traffic so that the tunnel could essentially become one way for larger vehicles, allowing them to drive down the center of the arched tunnel. If your vehicle is over 11'4" tall or 7'10" wide, you have to pay a $15 tunnel permit fee and wait to be let through. And you can only do it during certain hours of the day, daytime essentially. I think it's like 8:30 to 4:30 or something like that. Vehicles over 13'1", which is most fifth wheels, and trailer combinations longer than 50 feet are completely prohibited already. About 30,000 vehicles per year pay for this permit. So what's the change? Well, beginning in mid-2026, the park plans to end that permit program and require vehicles that exceed 11'4" tall, 7'10" wide, or 35'9" long, or 50,000 pounds, to head the long way around to the south entrance of the park. If you're heading to Zion from the Grand Canyon or from Bryce Canyon, it's going to be around 40 minutes of additional drive time. You'll still be able to stay in the park's campgrounds and use the park shuttle system like everybody else at the south entrance, which is the main access point for most of the park. So no, Zion is not banning RVs. In fact, many will meet the restrictions and still be able to take the tunnel. Zion is one of the most popular national parks in the country. There's about 5 million visitors a year. And I'm sure this change, although it wasn't really spelled out in the press release, has a lot to do with the increased traffic over the last several years. More in a moment, but first, this video is sponsored by RV Life Pro. The RV lifestyle is about community, and the RV community is at the heart of RV Life. RV Life recently celebrated the 1 millionth trip planned with RV Life Trip Wizard, their excellent trip planning tool for RVers. Featuring all the trusted reviews, pictures, and tips from their RV Life campground site, Trip Wizard is often discussed on another long-term RV Life community, irv2.com. RV Life also features several blog sites and over 20 additional RVing forums to serve the RV community. All of this experience and community feedback come together to help create a fantastic RV trip planner and mobile navigation tool, collectively called RV Life Pro. RV Life also marked a milestone of over 3 billion miles traveled using RV Life Pro, counting both the planned RV trips and ad hoc navigation with the included RV Safe mobile app. Take 25% off of RV Life Pro with the coupon code RVMiles. Visit rvlife.com and get 25% off with code RVMiles. In Colorado, the U.S. Forest Service is apparently having to remind people that it's a bad idea to camp in an active burn zone. There are prescribed burns taking place in the Pike and San Isabel National Forests, and the agency spotted a considerable number of people camping and recreating near the smoldering ground and ash of a recently completed ignition. The ground is still hot and smoking. Firefighters are still in the area to monitor the burn's perimeter. Prescribed burns are intended to replicate naturally occurring forest fires in order to stave off major fires from happening that might reach towns or structures. Prescribed burns can and do get out of control from time to time, with some major examples in the past few years. If you're camping in fire country, it's always a good idea to check in at a ranger station about issues like prescribed burns, or check the forest's social media and website. Ram truck manufacturer Stellantis is recalling 211,581 SUVs and pickup trucks over a software malfunction that could cause their electronic stability control systems to fail. The issue actually stems from a defective anti-lock braking system, which in turn deactivates the stability control system. Using a vehicle with a disabled stability system could increase the likelihood of a crash, especially a rollover, and it's required in all vehicles that have been released since 2012. So the recall is primarily for 2022 Ram 2500 and 3500 trucks, mostly 2500s. Durango SUVs are also being recalled for the same issue. Stellantis will begin notifying affected vehicle owners in late July, and you'll have to bring your truck in for the repair. Apple held its Worldwide Developers Conference keynote this afternoon, which is sort of where they announce software-type updates to their devices, not necessarily new hardware. And amidst all the AI news and other things that don't really affect camping at all, there are a couple interesting nuggets of information that does. The new Apple Maps app will include trail navigation, including trails in all 63 of the main national parks. You can even make your own trail route in the map app and then have your iPhone or Apple Watch guide you down the route you created with turn-by-turn directions, just like you might use in your vehicle. That update will come this fall. We don't have a lot of details about it, as will new satellite-based text messaging for iPhone users. If you're familiar with Apple's current SOS system that allows you to connect to emergency services in remote locations via satellite on your iPhone, well, this fall, you'll be able to communicate with your friends and family via text messaging from pretty much anywhere on the planet. It's not just Apple working on this, though. Cell providers have been working with satellite companies like Starlink on getting this figured out, and there's no guarantee that it'll be free or anything, but you can expect really over the course of the next year, all of the different cell carriers giving you the ability to send text messages even when you have no cell service at all. 34,831 RVs were sold in April, according to Statistical Surveys, Inc. That's a 9.8% decline compared to the 38,000 plus sold in April of 2023, which is even more significantly down from 2022 and the incredible highs of about double that in 2021. All of this is pretty much moving along as the folks in the RV industry expect. Most are hoping for an uptick in sales in the second half of this year, especially if there's an interest rate drop, and that's highly questionable at this point. But even if it happens, I don't really see a quarter-point interest rate reduction making much of a difference in someone's RV purchasing decision, especially since so many people are paying over 10% on an RV loan. Year to date, there have been 110,000 plus retail registrations, sales essentially, which is a 10.4% decrease over the same period in 2023. One thing that could help RV sales a bit is the continued stability in fuel prices. A gallon of regular gasoline is down 9 cents since last Monday to $3.44. That's the largest weekly drop of the year. AAA believes more states should see their averages dip below $3 a gallon in the coming weeks. Gas is down 19 cents from a month ago and 14 cents from a year ago. Diesel sits at $3.78 on average, also down about 14 cents from last year after falling 17 cents over the last month. That's it for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. Hey, if you're watching this on Monday as we release this, we're actually doing a free live stream tonight. This is the live stream we normally do for our Mile Marker members every single month, but about twice a year we open it up to anyone to join. So if you are here at that time, stick around, and at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific, we'll be going live to answer your questions about RVing for about an hour or so, and we hope to see you there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hit the like button if you got something out of this video. Subscribe if you want more like this, and we'll see you next time.